how the crowd were privileged to see this man in action.
It is a privilege, it was keenly anticipated, and it lived up to its rich promise.
Set.
Put that away safely this time, and here's the big man, already up on Edward, already up on Clark.
Coming off the corner, I felt like I just got a push and an extra burst of energy, and I went in front.
But here comes the great man, Usain Bolt, charging.
I became the lightning bolt. That's where it all started, when I took my first step into becoming who I am today.
That is the most incredible piece of sprinting the world has ever seen. Absolutely breathtaking. 9.58, smashing the world record. Unbelievable.
Stretching out now. He's coming after him. He's immortal now. Usain's done it.
Is there anything this man is not capable of? We've just seen something that is just remarkable.
This is the greatest human sprinter of all time, no question about that.
Usain St. Leo Bolt was born in 1986 in Sherwood Content, a small village in Trelawney, Jamaica. He grew up in modest circumstances with his parents Wellesley and Jennifer Bolt. Despite their limited resources, Usain's parents emphasized the importance of education and discipline.
It is a farming community. We have no factory or so forth, so people have to rely on what they grow to survive.
He was big. He was a big baby. He weighed 9.5 pounds.
Playing in the dirt, walking on barefoot, walking in the rain, all these things.
As a child, Usain's athleticism was evident. However, being so young, he fell in love with the game of cricket.
When we were growing up, it was cricket. Cricket was the sport. Brian Lara, Courtney Walsh, Courtney Ambrose, cricket was the passion, He loved cricket.
Stand in the middle of the road, and you use like coconut limbs and cut them into bats and stuff, and anything you could find.
He did want to be a cricketer. He both played cricket on tracks at primary school. But we decided the future, and we said, well, I think it's best for him to do tracks. He did want to do cricket, but he finally accepted what we said, and he just went along with it.
He didn't look like the rest of the youngsters. Just the way he was built, he was taller than them, very skinny. He stood out from the crowd.
In 2001, at 14 years old, Usain Bolt competed in his first international competition in Hungary.
The main thing was the way he ran. He was upright with his strides, and his knees were always coming up very high.
He won the first heat, but was later eliminated. But it didn't matter. At only 14, you could spot the immense potential Usain Bolt possessed. A year later, in 2002, the Junior Championships took place on Usain Bolt's home turf in Kingston, Jamaica. At just 15 years old, he was selected to compete against athletes who were 3 to 4 years older than him.
People were chanting, Bolt, Bolt, Bolt. And instantly, I just got nervous.
You're coming into a stadium of maybe 25, 30,000 people, and they're expecting so much of him, and that's been his life so far.
He cried before he go to Kingston. He didn't want to go because he said he just don't think he can beat those guys.
Trying to put on my spikes, put on one foot. I was trying to put on another, and it wouldn't go on. And I looked down and I saw it was they were on the wrong foot, and I was like, oh my God. But when the gun went, when they go, pow, all that just kind of went away, and it was like, let's go. I remember coming out the corner, I felt like I just got a push and an extra burst of energy, and I went in front.
Christian going very well. Christian on the outside. Here comes Usain Bolt of Jamaica. Takes it in the 200 fighter. Heading towards the gold medal. Usain Bolt is a world junior champion.
I became the lightning bolt of the world. That was still and will always be my greatest moment. I just walked over and just saluted the crowd. When I did that, I didn't know if they could get any louder, but they got louder. First time I won a proper gold medal. It was in front of my people. That's where it all started. when I took my first step into becoming who I am today.
I like to say to my mother and my father, I love them and everything, and I'm glad they always push me to do my best.
In 2003, at age 16, Bolt ran the 200-meter championship record in 20.4 seconds.
And sent off. Bolt moves out very well on his outside, also coming up well to Michael Grant. So it's Bolt who leads them into the straight, away from Grant. In third. But Bolt is pulling away by about 6 meters and winning in a new championship record, 20.40 seconds.
A year later, at 17, he ran in 19.93 seconds, beating his own junior world record and also becoming the first teenager to break 20 seconds in the race.
He is one of those beautiful young men that is so talented. It's unbelievable. In a crowd, he's so modest and humble. He doesn't stand out like some of these pretenders. And that makes me really warm to him. And, you know, the kind of talent that he has, you really have to nurse him. I have a phrase I say, if a man run fast every day, one day, his foot going to break off.
In 2004, Usain Bolt competed in the Olympic Games for the first time in Athens.
Well, 04, for me, that was my first Olympics.
I didn't think he should go. He might know he was not going to do well because he was not on par with his training because of his sickness and so forth.
I was going to that season okay. Because of my talent, I was like, yeah, I'm doing well because I did well at the Jamaican trials. And I didn't even make it out the first round. That was a little bit of a wake-up call.
A lot of people would have failed in Athens and never recovered. There was disappointment, but it was more from the camp, the officials, the coaches, and others, but not Usain. He just went along enjoying what he was doing.
I'm not really used to losing, but I think I'm preparing my mind to really get used to being beat by seniors. I'm not wishing to be beat by seniors, but I have to be prepared, so transition has been okay so far.
After the disappointment in Athens, Usain Bolt hired the Jamaican trainer, Glenn Mills. Together they had a clear goal, the 2008 Olympics in Beijing.
He was recovering from a torn hamstring. The whole question of muscle strength and overall body weakness was some of the areas that we looked at.
I think a lot of people they see you run and they say, oh, it looks so easy, you really look effortless. But before it gets to that point, it's hard. It's like hard work. Day in, day out, sacrifice. Day in, day out. Like, oh, God, I don't want to go today, but you got to go.
You got to do the work hard, stay focused, motivate each other. On the day when you line up, then it's every man for himself, so it's all fun. It's all fun and games, man.
He has to battle with his love for having a good time, parties, etc.
Listen, the work is behind the scene. Competition is the easy part.
When I started working with Coach Mills, and he kind of sat me down and explained that, listen, everybody who's a professional has talent. So it's who works the hardest on their talent that will be the best. And that's when I kind of understood that you can't get to the top with just talent alone. You need work, you need sacrifice, you have to be dedicated. And it took me time, but I learned along the way and I got better over time.
Tässä nuori haastaja, vasta 21-vuotias Usain Bolt. Antilien Surandi Martina ja sitten 100 maailmanmestari.
I knew Usain from watching him in 04, when he was younger, watching him in 05, and we were kind of had a 200-meter rivalry since 06 in Jamaica and so forth. So yeah, I definitely knew who he was.
Mutta kovaa mennään, se on selvä.
Katsotaan aina kuinka Gay pystyy tuon nopeasti.
Usain Bolt won his first senior international medal at the 2007 World Championships in Osaka, Japan. He earned a silver medal in the 200 meters, finishing second to Tyson Gay.
Ei voi mitään. Bolt hyytyy kakkoseksi ja ulkoa taitaa tulla yllätysmies Rodney Martin kolmanneksi. Ei ollut.
He's good, man. He's good. That's all I gotta say. He's good. But it was a good performance. I think I did pretty well, but I guess it was a better man on this day.
It feels to us like maybe a different Usain Bolt is taking to the track in Beijing.
Yeah, definitely. I think 08 was one of the years where it was all or nothing for me. I kind of just went all in. Throughout the whole season, I was running very well. I actually broke the world record before I actually got to the Olympics. So,
back in Jamaica, before the 2008 Olympics, Bolt prioritized the 100 meters. In just his second attempt, he ran an impressive 9.76, the second fastest time in history.
It looked so easy. It was that time cannot be right. And then the following, I think it was 2 weeks later, I broke the world record, and I was like, okay, he's for real. He's for real. He's going to be something really special.
In only his fifth 100-meter race, he broke Asifa Powell's 100-meter record in the time 9.72.
All my championship races, I can walk you through all the races. It goes quickly, but in my mind, it's very slow. The gun went, I got a good start. The first 5 steps, I actually slightly stumbled a little bit.
Big start by Richard Thompson in lane 4 from Jamaica.
And I remember looking. That's one of my biggest problems running. I always look across and look around. And I got to 80 and I looked across and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna win. So
here comes Usain Bolt. Bolt is pulling away. 100 meters, 9.68 is a world record for Usain Bolt.
Bolt had won his first Olympic gold and beaten the world record again on the biggest stage. But Usain Bolt wasn't finished yet.
Usain Bolt already going past Singai. Next running in the second place and Sean Roberts right now to the Tour of Jamaica. It's gone for Usain Bolt. W! What a record! I do not believe it.
2 for 2 in Beijing. The only thing left for Usain to win was the 4 times 100-meter relay.
The first time, could they break the world record? Could Bolt go 3 for 3? Almost set. So clean start. Japan are going well.
We're very confident. I was definitely very confident because everybody was running fast and everybody was doing well. So it wasn't a matter of fact of if we were going to win. As long as we got to stick around, it was just so fast we were going to go.
World record. They're flying here. Have a look at this. Way inside. Powell gets his goal.
And Usain Bolt has put the best 3 races together in Olympic history.
Usain's playing to the cameras and the crowd again.
Bolt went 3 for 3, beating the world record in all races as well, and Usain Bolt became a global superstar.
After Beijing, you went from, as you've already said, most people didn't even know you competed in 04 at the Olympics, to suddenly being arguably one of the most famous people on the planet. Sudden, almost overnight global fame.
At the Olympics, we stayed in a village. When I got to the village, I could go to the dining hall, I would have food, chat with my friends, we'd walk around the village. And the day after the 100 meters, I remember walking into the dining hall and everybody went and it was just, everybody wanted a picture, everybody wanted to touch you, and it was like, what's happening? On a global level, it was just mind-blowing.
Despite the overnight fame and status, Bolt stayed humble. He kept working hard, and in 2009, all the hard work and sacrifice would show.
And a man who's transcended the sport of athletics, thrilling the whole world with his achievements in Beijing. 3 gold medals, 3 world records, the one and only Usain Bolt in the final of the men's 100 metres. The top name in athletics and one of the greatest names in the whole world of sport.
Usain Bolt and Tyson Gay, that's the duel we've come to see.
Well, the whole world has been waiting for this since the Olympics, really. Tyson Gay in form against Usain Bolt. Bolt, Gay, Powell, 4, 5 and 6. They're away. Terrific start by Daniel Bailey. Usain Bolt, though, getting into his running. Here he comes. Usain Bolt, challenged by Tyson Gay. Usain Bolt, 2 clear metres.
9.58! Smashing the world record. Unbelievable! That is the most incredible piece of sprinting the world has ever seen. Absolutely breathtaking. Is there anything this man is not capable of? We've just seen something that is just remarkable.
This is the greatest human sprinter of all time, no question about that.
At the same championship, Bolt also ran the 200-metre world record and showed everyone that he was in his prime and he was unstoppable.
Yemen, USA, Bolt, Jamaica, Edward, Panama, Clark, USA, Crawford, USA. 5. 1 full start against Alert. But they're away safely this time, and here's the big man, already up on Edward, already up on Clark. The rest of the field are being left behind. But here comes the great man, Usain Bolt, charging down the straight. Men are trying to follow him, Mullings and Spearman. Spearman finishing top. Bolt has smashed his own world record, just as he did in Beijing.
This man is just out of this world.
In 2010, World Athletics introduced a controversial new rule. 1 false start and you're out. The change aimed to eliminate delays and prevent athletes from using false start as a mind game.
When you have tight timelines for television, and then the last meet's the 100 meters that everybody wants to see, but it doesn't get to air because the meet is running now 8 minutes, 10 minutes behind schedule. So that's why the rule was put in place.
What are Bolt's weaknesses?
After running these rounds tonight, I don't really see much. I don't see much at all. Some people have some good starts, but his middle and his finish is so strong right now, he's going to be tough to beat.
Say he were to lose tonight, what kind of effect would that have on his mental state?
It'll be real negative because he wants to be a legend, as he said. So he wants to win here and he wants to win the Olympics and still break records. So if he loses, I think he feels that will taint his legacy.
I think that motivation has been a little bit tough for him over the last 18 months or so because he's number 1 and he's been unbeatable. But I don't see it happening. I really don't.
The whole crowd will go.
Wow,
because that was Usain Bolt.
Massive disappointment. And he knows it too. The vest came straight off.
The whole of the photographers who assembled at the finish ready to celebrate the moment have now run down to the beginning of the race. He's whisked his shirt off immediately. He knows what he's done. When it came to the big moment, he's looked so impressive in the preliminary rounds here.
Usain Bolt was disqualified from the race due to a false start. Instead, it was his countryman, Johan Blake, who ran away with the gold medal.
I was in great shape. I was running fast. I was good. So it was sure I was going to get the medal, gold medal. So to know it's going to happen and then you lose, then not even lose, you don't make it to the finish line. It's hard. It's very hard. I was just frustrated, man. Very frustrated.
Bolt can make it. Bolt can win both. He's really a Bolt. He's electricity. He travels on the light speed.
I think Bolt's going to win it. He's an all-time champion.
Yeah, definitely Bolt.
Yeah, I think
he's
Bolt.
unbeatable.
Very proud. Jamaica all the way. Go Jamaica!
To be in the hunter, where you've got a target on your back now. What did that do for your mentality? How did you respond to that?
I loved it. All right, I am different. I live to compete. I want to compete. I want to compete against the best all the time. I don't mind being chased. It was fun for me to prove to you or prove to anybody that, listen, I'm the best.
And Gatlin got away brilliantly, and he's ahead of the field at the moment. And Bolt going very, and here comes Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt storming through. He takes it again. Blake gets the silver. 9.64. Oh, he's retained his title in the most emphatic way. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Usain Bolt of Jamaica is the fastest man on the planet. 9.63. A superb demonstration of power sprinting.
It feels great. This was the key for me to come here and defend my title, and I did just that. There was a lot of doubters, but I silenced a lot of people now, so for me, I'm just happy and I was proud of myself. I came here to solidify my legacy, and I started out good, so I'm happy with myself now. Now I got to push on. I got to keep focusing, I just got to work hard.
I remember you'd watch on the telly Justin walking up and down looking serious. The next thing I see, you're fist bumping the kid that's holding the kids.
The reason I bump the fist with the kids is because I know they're fans. This is why most people do try to volunteer, because they're fans and they want to be close to the action. So I always try to interact with them because I know that moment will live with them forever. And if I can strike up a conversation, I will, or I just give them a fist bump and they can see the happiness on their face.
He put his bag in the box and sort of went, "What's up?" to me like that. He come back and like fist pounded me.
USA from Jamaica at the moment, very, very strong indeed, but here goes the Jamaican changeover was terrific, and all of a sudden you've got Tyson Gay versus Johan Blake, and Blake's winning this one, and here comes Usain Bolt. He has the baton. It's Bolt versus Ryan Bailey, and Usain Bolt is moving. And Jamaica retained their title, 36.85, and the world record has been taken apart. What a way to finish an Olympic Games.
Bolt ended the 2012 Olympics by repeating what he did in 2008, and now accomplishing a double-triple. He solidified himself as one of the greatest sport figures ever, and the records wouldn't stop. In 2013, Bolt became the most successful athlete in World Championships history, winning his 8th gold medal.
Gatlin's still heading him at this point, but here comes Usain Bolt. Gatlin's on his shoulder. Bolt wins it. Gatlin the second. Usain Bolt is the champion of the world with another magnificent display of sprinting.
In Usain Bolt's preparation for the 2016 Olympics, he was dealing with a foot injury. Beyond that, his rival competitor, Justin Gatlin, improved a lot.
The fastest athlete in the world this year, over 1 and 200 metres.
And in 2015, at the World Championships in Beijing, only a year from the Olympics, Justin Gatlin and Usain Bolt had one of the closest and dramatic races ever.
I think we've never seen probably a closer encounter for Usain than we're going to see tonight in this stadium. Gatlin's making 9.7 and change look easy.
Great sport is about great moments and confrontation, and we have it here tonight. The eyes of the world have descended on this stadium. This is going to be immense.
And what a field it is, with the champion of 2005, Mr. Gatlin, the champion of 2007, Mr. Gay, the champion of 2009 and 2013, Mr. Bolt. What sort of start will he get? Well, certainly a tremendous start by Gatlin further out, and Bolt into his stride now. Those two coming. Field now, and it's Gatlin and Bolt, and who's going to win it? It's very close, but it's the great man, I think. It's Bolt who's taken it from Gatlin. Gold to Usain Bolt in 9.79, silver to Justin Gatlin in 9.80.
I'm having doubts. I'm not doubts. I'm not having the same feeling, like I'm not motivated. But then
TNT Sports Are you going to win?
Justin, we need to hear you say,
we need to guarantee
I'm bringing the gold medal back to the US of A.
He just said he's going to win.
And as soon as I watched that video, everything changed. He's gonna beat me? Hell no.
The stage was set, and Bolt, now in his 4th Olympics, was stepping onto the track for what could very well be his final appearance on the world's biggest stage.
I think this is the last one for sure. I've done enough, and I've proven myself over and over again, and I'm looking forward to this one also.
In the eyes of many people, a match in two between Justin Gatlin, the 2004 champion, and Usain Bolt, the 2008 and 2012 champion.
Yes, he is the overwhelming favourite for this gold medal. Gatlin has produced wonderful performances over the last 10 or 12 years, but this guy is without doubt the greatest sprinter the world has ever seen. We know this is going to be his last appearance at an Olympic Games.
Usain Bolt about to rewrite the record books again. Gatlin got a good enough start. Bolt was a bit slow to begin. He's got some work to do. Gatlin's in front. Bolt stretching out now. He's coming after him. He's immortal now. Usain's done it. Gatlin challenged for the silver medal. 9.80 all the way from Beijing to London and now to Rio. It is one of the greatest athletic achievements of all time, if not the very greatest.
Usain Bolt just won the Olympic 100-meter final for the 3rd time in his career. However, his mission wasn't over. He still needed gold in his last 2 disciplines to get his triple-triple.
Bolt got it up and going very quickly. He picks off Lemaitre, he picks off Martina. Merritt and De Grasse are going to try and latch on, but he straightens up a long way in front, the big man. Running well, Alonso Edwin. Bolt is in front. We are witnessing history. The great champion adds to his legend. He wins the 200 and beats De Grasse in 1979. This is a moment in time. A moment in sporting time. For the Japanese. Here's the welcome. USA got a flying start from lane 3. Good end to the leg and gets it over nicely to Blake. Baker beats Canada. Jamaica up to the second change now. They got it to Ashmead. Bronze race at the top of the lane. Here's the changeover. Ashmead giving it to Usain. The USA are pressing him. Bolt in front. He's getting to the front now from Japan. And the star of the show does it again. Usain says goodbye to the Olympic Games. Japan gets a surprise silver medal. And the United States have finished 3rd. 9 from 9 over 3 Olympic Games. The great man says farewell to the Olympics, and we do the same.
How have you dominated for so long?
It's just dedication. I've always wanted more. I was never satisfied with what I had. I always wanted more, and I kept on pushing myself because I wanted to be the greatest.
Bolt had done it. He had won all 3 sprint gold medals in 3 consecutive Olympics, amassing an incredible 9 gold medals. It was a historic achievement, unmatched by any other athlete. But then unexpected news surfaced.
Nesta Carter is the man who has been disqualified due to a positive test for the prohibited substance methylhexanamine. Now, Jamaica won the gold medal, and Nesta Carter's doping has now led to the entire team being disqualified. The 4x100 relay team have been stripped of their gold medals.
I haven't spoken to him, but I have no hard feelings. Just one of those things that happen in life.
Has that in any way made you think, you know what, I've got one more games in me?
No, definitely not. The fact that I got the chance to say the triple, it kind of made me feel good.
Usain Bolt was at the end of his career, and in 2017 he ran his last race.
The final individual race from the greatest of all time. time of 9.92 seconds.
Usain Bolt crossed the finish line for the last time, and with it, an era ended. The fastest man in history, who made the world believe in magic with every stride, was officially done.
9.58! Smashing the world record! Unbelievable! He didn't just break his world record, he absolutely shattered it! Is there anything this man is not capable of?
What a journey it had been. From a boy in Jamaica to a global legend, Bolt didn't just run, he inspired, he thrilled, he made us dream.
He's coming after him, he's immortal now! Usain's done it! Gatlin challenge for the silver medal! 9.86!
His farewell marks the end of a golden chapter in sport, but his legacy will forever blaze on.